With the arrival of Pixar's Coco, we have a whole movie to hunt through looking for hidden clues, clever moments, and references which may be hard to spot right away. Like many other Pixar films, Coco is filled with classic Pixar Easter eggs, references to other Pixar movies, and a look at the future. Let's hop on board and go over some of the best hidden gems found in the movie. Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join the notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Also, can you guess which movie is represented by these emoji? Stay tuned at the end to find out. The hidden piñatas. Piñatas are a Mexican tradition, and it's only natural to see them hanging in the streets for celebration or sold by street vendors. As young Miguel runs through the streets of his village, there are numerous colorful piñata designs to look at. Take a closer look on the right side and you'll spot some of Pixar's most well-known characters. On the surface, there's a clear view of Woody and Buzz Lightyear. Woody hangs in the forefront while Buzz hangs just below him with his wings out. There are even multiple versions of both Woody and Buzz piñatas available for sale. This reference was clearly placed in there to give a hint at the future release of Toy Story 4, which has been pushed back to 2019. Tucked in behind them, you can spot another Pixar favorite, Mike from Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. The Mike piñata was probably just a colorful character that made sense to add. It could also be a reference to the rumored Monsters Inc. television show currently in development over at Pixar. While these creations are purely digital, chances are there have been thousands of children who bashed in Toy Story and Monsters Inc. piñatas for birthdays and holiday celebrations.
Hola.
Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo was a fun adventure in the 2003 Pixar film. Now the title has a whole different meaning when watching Coco. Were you able to find the colorful clownfish? The filmmakers actually gave you two different chances to do so. The first can be spotted inside Miguel's house as his grandma tries to shut down any form of music. Just after she hangs up a picture frame, look for a glass jar in the bottom right corner of the screen, sitting out of water and on top of the jar. It appears as if Nemo is actually the jar topper and used to lift the lid open. The second Easter egg is a little harder to spot. It comes in a scene just seconds after the first. He stops by a table selling small Alebrije. These are Mexican decorations featuring hybrid fantastical creatures often designed in bright colors. Nemo joins the collection of creatures as a small fish-like design on the far left corner. The scene zooms by pretty quick, but some of the other collectibles on the table include resemblances to characters like Marlin and Dory.
Who's ready for some música?
El Santo returns. Mexican culture is filled with a lot of celebrities and well-known personalities. Any older generations going to see the film will easily remember the Mexican celebrity known as El Santo. El Santo was a masked luchador wrestler who transitioned into a famed actor known for some crazy action films. In those movies, his wrestling moves and talents would be used to win over opponents. El Santo is pretty easy to spot in Coco, as he wears his signature lucha mask. He appears in numerous scenes and jokes are made by the character. Back in 1970, El Santo starred in the film Land of the Dead, which serves as one of the main locations for Coco. Even though the locations may be similar, the movies are very different. El Santo's version features an evil witch, his friend the Blue Demon, and an open-heart surgery on one of the main characters. Not exactly Pixar material. Nonetheless, it's great to see such a Mexican legend get honored in Coco. Just like in real life, El Santo wears his mask the whole film, a time-honored Mexican tradition El Santo kept up his whole life. The Devil Box and Pixar's origins. The Land of the Dead not only features people who passed away, but it features all types of old technology. Piles of books adorn offices, and there's no tablets or Kindles in sight. Some of the characters use walkie-talkies instead of cell phones. When visiting an office to reunite family members, take a close look at the computers the characters use. The old-fashioned computer designs are actually based off of some of the original Mac computers. One character even slams the thing and refers to it as Devil's Box when not operating correctly. The Mac computers weren't placed there randomly or as product placement, and specifically former Apple CEO Steve Jobs. When Pixar first started, Jobs saw the vision for the animation company and went all in with them. In 1986, he paid $5 million for Pixar. He gave them a big animation budget and the company was born. Several years later, the whole movie business would change with the release of Toy Story. These computers represent Jobs' dedication to the company, how far technology has grown, and how far Pixar has come as a company. The little nod in Coco is great and added layers to the story at the same time.
Falsifying a unibrow?
That's illegal?
Very illegal.
Pizza Planet Truck. Another Pixar movie, another pizza truck. We've seen enough of these to want them arriving at our front door with a fresh and delicious pizza already. Coco had an advantage over other Pixar films because cars and trucks were a natural part of the story. In other Pixar movies like Brave and WALL-E, the animators had to get a little creative when hiding the pizza truck around. This time they had the luxury of allowing it to speed down the street. Miguel's grandmother tried to keep all forms of music out of Miguel's life. This included any random music he would hear at his home. During one point, he looks out a window when a truck zooms by playing music. Naturally, the grandmother slams the window shut while exclaiming, "No music." Did you spot it? That's right, the loud, music-blaring truck was the official Pizza Planet vehicle, speeding away to its next delivery destination. The best part about this reference is the truck never changes. Always the same color, same Pizza Planet logo, and the worn-off stickers to spell "Yo" on the film. Occurring nice and early in the film, ending the hunt allowed many viewers to sit back and enjoy the rest of the movie instead of playing a game of I Spy.
You gotta stay with me, boy.
Luxo Ball. If you loved searching for the Pizza Planet truck, then you must love hunting down the Luxo Ball. The yellow and blue ball with the signature red star is a part of the original Pixar animations, and it's become a hidden gem in several movies. It's no different here, but pretty hard to spot. During a scene, Dante chases a monkey-styled Alebrije all around. Look closely in the background and you could spot the Luxo Ball sitting casually on the table. It would have been fun to see the ball get knocked down and become part of the scene, but the quick moment is still fun to spot. This isn't the only time a Luxo Ball appears in Coco footage. Before the movie came out in theaters, the animators released a short entitled Dante's Lunch. In the clip, Dante chases a living bone as it drags him through different areas. Dante crashes through a number of street vendor displays. One of these is a display selling Luchador masks. Just before Dante crashes through the whole stand, you can spot a mask styled just like the Luxo Ball. It features a yellow base, blue trim, and a star right in the center. The clever transformation blended nicely in the film. Lightning McQueen. The Coco short Dante's Lunch may have only been a couple of minutes long, but it found some extra time to load up on more Pixar references to earlier films. As Dante chases a bone through the Mexican streets, he zooms past a young boy eating corn on the cob on a stick. The treat is a nice nod to Mexican culture, but don't let it distract you. Look down at his feet and you'll see a familiar looking pair of shoes. The young boy is wearing a pair of Lightning McQueen shoes from Cars 3. If the shoes don't appear to have McQueen's trademark red design, this is for good reason. The shoes showcase McQueen's paint job at the end of Cars 3. In the movie, McQueen transitions from driver to pit crew leader and changes his paint job to match. His blue paint is inspired by Doc Hudson, the legendary racer who trained McQueen. The shoe selection was a nice nod to Cars 3, the last Pixar film to get released before Coco. The shoes actually look like a pair young boys would purchase at a local big box store. The design and Velcro fastener are all too familiar and surprisingly accurate.
You keep away from him.
Room A113. Another Pixar movie and another chance to hunt for the famous A113 sighting. For those unaware, A113 represents the classroom at the California Institute of Arts where so many animators and creators got their start in the business. In the past, Pixar has featured this code on license plates, electronics, and in hidden signs. One of the main franchises it's been seen in is Toy Story. Andy's mom drives a car with the A113 license plate. For Coco, they didn't make it too challenging to figure out. In the film, there's a part taking place at the Department of Family Reunions. Look closely at the door and you can spot the infamous A113 right on the glass. In some shots, you can see this straight on. In others, you'll have to look through the glass and read the text backwards. The use of the A113 has been used as a door in a number of other animations as well. You can spot it on a door in the Rugrats Season 1 episode Little Dude. The same thing is found in the BoJack Horseman episode entitled Downer Ending. It may seem like a small Easter egg, but it's created a life all on its own throughout multiple types of animation.
Hola, Miguel. Hola.
The Incredibles poster. Even before Coco was released, fans have already been heavily looking forward to the release of The Incredibles 2. 15 years in the making, The Incredibles is one of the most beloved films in Pixar's filmography, and fans are eagerly anticipating the sequel. To get fans even more excited, the Coco filmmakers snuck a little Incredibles Easter egg into the film. As Miguel and Hector walk towards the Sunrise concert looking for hanging posters on the side of the building, one of the posters is an original one-sheet from The Incredibles. The animated movie poster features the iconic black logo with the lowercase letter I surrounded by a circle. Either the Land of the Dead gets really delayed movies, or The Incredibles is having some sort of reissue similar to Pixar movies of the past. Maybe it's in preparation of an Incredibles marathon. Nothing would be better than reliving The Incredibles and then following it up with the sequel. Either way, the detail was enough to add a little extra excitement to the already exciting movie. Although it would have been even better to see a Land of the Dead syndrome wandering around, we'll settle with the poster for now.
Hear me. I wish someone wanted to hear me. Other than you. Okay.
Sid's shirt. The character of Sid has always been interesting to Pixar fans, and Coco added a little more to his dynamic. After the toy-destroying punk appeared in the first Toy Story, he disappeared from the second film until making a cameo appearance in the third as a garbage man. If things turned out the way it seems in Coco, then Sid could actually be dead before Toy Story lands in theaters. Or maybe it was just a fun Easter egg they decided to plant in. During a concert in the Land of the Dead, a character appears on stage with a Black Skull t-shirt on. The shirt is a clear replica of Sid's trademark design he wore in the original Toy Story. It just so happens the shirt design matches the style and designs in the Land of the Dead perfectly. Now, whether the person is actually Sid or not brings up a huge debate. If it is Sid, how did he die? Were toys involved? Will this be touched upon in the next Toy Story movie? We're likely reading way too much into it, but the fun moment left fans speculating and wondering what happened to the bad boy we knew so well in Toy Story. And there you have it. What was your favorite Easter egg? Were there any we missed? Do you get sick of seeing the Pizza Planet truck? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube to stay up to date with our awesome videos. And the answer to the emoji quiz is, did you get it right?